Hi everyone. Well, I'm going to attempt a video. I've had this horrible lurgy. It's not COVID. I don't know how many rat tests I've had, but I've just run through my little checklist. Tissues, yes. Butter menthols, yes. Coffee, yes. So I hope I can get through it today. Now, we've still got our Sale-A-Bration promotion is still running. It runs until the 31st of August, the same as this current host code here. And host codes are, if your order is under $250, it goes into a collective order, and I'm able to buy supplies, not get for free, but buy supplies cheaper to do my classes, and sometimes to have gifts for a raffle for classes and things like that. Excuse me, my online store is here. If you go there, you will be able to see my business Facebook, my Instagram, Pinterest, and my YouTube, of course. Now, I always load these to YouTube first, then I put them on my Facebook page. I hope I can get through this today. We were out in the wind yesterday. It was our little granddaughter's 3rd birthday, and we were in the park. And I'm not sure, but I think it might have freshened this up. So we'll just see how we go. I'm not doing it live because that way I can trash it if it doesn't work out well. So the first thing we're going to do is have a look at these beautiful 2 papers that I'm going to use today. Now, these are in Sale-A-Bration and they are free. As always, our papers are double-sided. But you get this particular paper free with a stamp set called Wonderful World. I haven't got my brochure here, so you'll just have to have a look in my online store. Both of the catalogues, all the promotions are on there as well, so you can go there and have a look at them. But it's beautiful paper, and it's not flimsy paper. It's quite a thick paper. So we're going to make a couple of cards, the same but different. One is kind of a basic card. The other one will be a bit of a stepped up version. So I know we've all got limited time. We can't sit down and make these beautiful, elaborate cards all the time, but we can make quick cards, especially when the paper is the star of the show. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what we're using today. Now, I sat down one night in front of the TV. Oops, just dropped something. Hang on. And I cut out these beautiful flowers that come on one of the papers. Now, I cut them out, fussy cut. You know I hate fussy cutting. So it really didn't take that long. I was watching TV, so it wasn't that much of a drama. This is the sheet of paper. You get 2 in the pack. So I've still got another sheet that I can cut those out of. Or, of course, I can use the back. So, yeah, I cut all of those out, even the ones that are only half there, because you know, you can fit them onto the edge of a card. If you're doing a border or something like that, you can have that going up to the edge. The same with this sort of one, could be down at the bottom, and then you could have a full one in the middle or something like that. But yeah, don't waste it. Don't waste it. So I did that. I cut all of those out, and I've got 2 cards here today to show you. And yeah, we'll get started. I'm actually doing the quicker one because I'm really not sure how long my voice is going to hold out. So I'm going to put all this stuff out of the way. I'm going to show you what we're using. We're using the Wonderful World free Sale-A-Bration paper, and that's the one I just showed you. It's got all these beautiful designs on it. We're using a stamp and die set, which I think is really, really lovely. It's all sentiments, but when you stamp them, if you purchase the die as well, and you can do that in a bundle and save 10% on that. So there's the bundle number. You get the dies and the stamps. It's on page 38 in the catalogue. But it fussy cuts them out. The die fussy cuts them out. And there's some other elements in the die set as well. Now, this looks pretty crappy because I haven't sat down and done it properly. But, you know, you've got candles, stars, hearts, all sorts of things. But the most important thing is it cuts out these words. So we're going to use that. We used it the other day in one of the videos I made. So, yeah, we're going to have a look at that. We're also going to use the stylish shapes. Uh-oh, she says, dropping everything. The stylish shapes dies. It's a really good, like a variety pack, I would say. It's got circles, squares, and these banners here. Now, the stylish shapes dies is a standalone die. There's no stamp sets that go with it, but you can fit so many things into those dies. Now that, nope, the stylish shapes dies is here. There's the item number. I think there's a number missing there. Because I'm sick. I'm going to claim this sick for a long, long time. It's 1591. So I'll put another one in there somewhere. 159183. This is going really well so far, this video, isn't it? There's the page in the catalogue that you will find that. The other die, the other card I made, I used the deckled rectangles. You'll be able to see those in the catalogue. And I'm using, even though I'm using Melon Mumbo, this is the Sweet Sorbet Baker's Twine, and that will go with that. That's really handy to know because I don't have a Melon Mumbo ribbon. So, and the embellishments we're going to use, and I used them on both of these cards today, are these beautiful faux sea glass shapes. And if you've never seen these before, you probably haven't seen anything quite like these before, because they're odd shapes, they're not round. I hope that's not too glary. But anyway, I'm going to show you what we're going to do with those. So I'm popping everything over here out of the way, and we'll go ahead and start this. I hope I can last the distance. So anyway, I have everything cut out, everything's ready to go. So we've got our card base, it's half an A4, cut this way, and then scored at 10.5, and it will give you this, I think they call it C6. I'm not sure, don't quote me. Don't quote me. A piece of the Designer Series paper, and I chose this pretty little design here. It's got lots of different colours in it. It's 13.5 by 9.2. We have our beautiful hand cut out flower and a piece of Melon Mumbo that is 9.9 centimetres by 14.3. Now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to cut the largest of the stylish shapes dies from this piece because we're going to use it on the front of the card. But I didn't want to find another piece. I didn't have any scraps lying around. So this is what I do. I have it cut in the centre so that this paper is going to cover it. Nobody will know it's missing. Now, I have arthritis in both of my hands. And while I can use the little one, I don't have the big one. I have an electric die cutting machine. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this now. With that, it does make a bit of noise, so I'm warning you now. I've got a little bit of music playing so that it will disguise any, not that it does, any other noises that are around the place. I have neighbours close by with little kids, and I kind of live on a busy road. So yeah, there's lots of noises happening around here. So I'm just cutting that now. As I said, it can be a bit noisy. I hope it's not too noisy for you though. I do a lot of cutting, you know, for classes and things like that. So for me, buying an electronic one was a sanity saver. Anyway, so I've cut this out now, and I can use this on the front of the card. This is just reusable low tack sticky tape. I always use this. I'm really dreadful at these things moving. I don't know why, but anyway, that's what I do to remedy that. So I've cut that out of there. That can go back over here now. And we can start assembling this card. It's really quite quick and easy once you have all of your bits and pieces together. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is on this scrap of white cardstock. It's basic white. There's a lot of white in this card, so I thought white would do very nicely. We're going to stamp this wishing you the happiest of birthdays from that sentiment stamp set and dies, and I'm stamping it in the Melon Mumbo on the basic white. Now I am going to cut this through my little scan and I don't even know what it's called, Bertha Stampin' Up cut and emboss machine. Yeah, so I'm hoping that looks pretty nicely inked up. So I'm just going to stamp that down there. I hope you can see that. I'm a bit scatty today. Yeah, I think it has actually freshened this thing up, this whatever it is. And that looks pretty nice. Looks nice in that colour. So I'm going to bring in my little Bertha, which is my little stamp and cut and emboss machine. Now you need these 3 plates. It's 1, 2, and another 2. Now again, I'm going to use some tape because I just know that this is going to move as soon as I try and do it. So hang on a tick while I line this up. It's not that hard to line up. I hope my head's not in the way or anything. So I'm just going to tape that in place there. Pop that in there like that. And I think we possibly could do with another little bit of tape on the other side, just to make sure that it stays in place. Put the top plate on it. Now, what I do is I try to always keep one plate as the top plate, just so that it doesn't get all marked up. Now you can turn them over, use both sides of each of the plates. But I always try to keep one plate relatively not scratched up. Now this little thing just folds up like that and sits on my shelf. And so to do the plates. There, we've got a beautiful little sentiment that looks like I spent 15 minutes cutting it out, but I didn't, because you know I don't like fussy cutting that much. So now we have all of our bits and pieces. So we're going to assemble this now. And the first thing I'm going to do is glue this onto there. So I'm going to use some of our Stamp and Seal. It's not the plus, it's just the Stamp and Seal. And it just goes on like a roller tape. So you don't need a lot. It's quick. It's dry in as far as it's not gonna squish out or anything. Oh, and I put some in the middle, and that was silly. Now I can't find my silicone mat when I want it. Never mind. So I'm just going to put this on like this. It's probably going to stick to my my desk page now, unless I'm very quick. Okay, so now I've got that like that. I want to wrap some of this around here, and I'm just going to put some Stamp and Seal down either side. Now, in case you're wondering why I just did that, sometimes it goes past, or it doesn't go as far enough on the roller for you to use it. Now, see, it didn't connect. So if I just roll it on a piece that's all connected, it usually starts it off again. Anyway, that's just a little tip. So I'm just going to wrap this around a few times, and then just, I don't know if we'll tie it in a bow or not. We'll get there in a minute. So just make sure it connects to our Stamp and Seal. And I'm not even making sure that that's like straight, because it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So we'll just snip that bit. And that is going onto the front of our card. So I'll put some more of this on here, if I can get it to work. Oh, see, it's got stuck to the container thing. There we go. Now, you don't have to press hard. You just have to get it going. There we go. We've got some in the middle. We might put some over the string, over the baker's twine, just to make sure it sticks it on. And that's going on the front of our card. Just like that. So now we've got a couple of things happening here for the front of the card. So I want to put this here. I haven't really worked this one out, so I just have to see how we go. Okay, now I just thought that would go like that, and this would go over this, and we might put a bow down there. Okay, so that sounds good. While we're using the seal, she says, oh, give it up. I have a love-hate relationship with that stuff. Some days it works, some days it doesn't. Some days I really don't want to fight with it. Okay, so I'm putting that up towards the top half of the card, because I want the flowers to sort of, just kind of be in front of it. And I think we'll just glue those straight down. This is like our quick card. So just a little bit of glue. Don't go crazy with the glue. Really don't need a terrible lot. And I want to put it kind of like at an angle like that. Okay, so that's in place. This is going to go, actually we might put that up there and put the bow down there. So I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this, and I think, I'm not sure if the big ones fit it, but we'll certainly use some of the little ones. So we'll get a couple Okay, we've got 2 big ones, and we'll put a couple of little ones. Oops, just fits. Just fits. How good's that? Yeah, that was pretty good. So take them off. This is the quickest way to get them off, in my opinion. I could struggle for 10 minutes with those. And I think we'll just put that across the bottom there, like that. Maybe over just a smidge more. Yeah, I think that looks nice. And then we'll make like a double bow or something with the baker's twine. Actually, we might make it a triple bow because there's three there. So about that much. Chop that. And then I can show you, once I've done this, I do the good old rabbit ears. I don't know why I do the rabbit ears, but, you know, whichever way you do your bows, go ahead and do a bow. There, that looks nice. So I'll just trim that. And that can go in there like that. And we need a glue dot for that. So I don't know if you've seen these glue dots. They come on a roll like this. Basically, I just put the bow onto the dot, give it a really good press, and then peel that off. Now, if any of the glue dot is showing, and I think you can see it there against the dark background, just fold it back on itself. Just fold it back on itself, and it's out of harm's way. So we'll just pop that down there like that. Is that about middle? Yep. Press it down. And then I was going to use these faux glass embellishments, but there's no red. I think the green might be okay. But I was thinking of using these, don't think you could even see them. Ah, let's do it. Let's just use those. One there. And they come in, there's lots of different shapes and sizes, so yeah, you can find something that will go. Usually 3 is the go. I'm sorry if I'm not talking very well at the moment, but I think that one's nice shape, that one. Okay, so that is our quick card. The beautiful designer series paper. Those colours are in the background. The sweet sorbet baker's twine matches the melon mambo, so we've got a pretty cohesive design here. So the other card is just a bit of a step up. It's got more to it, and here it is here. So they're sort of similar but different. Excuse me. I've used the cutouts papers from the designer series paper, and I've used the Stylish Shapes 2 of the circles, and I tape them together to make a frame. Now you can do this with any of these dies, oh God, grief, that are sort of like stepped up in graduations in size. So this shows you what I've done, I've just used those two. I've taped them together. I've cut them out. I've now got a circle that I can use. The inner part I can use on another card. But I have this frame. So I wanted to use a frame. So I've just poked the flowers through the top half of the frame so that the frame is in front of the flowers down the bottom here, but behind it when we get up the top here. These are just the deckled rectangles. This piece, as I did with the circle, this piece is cut out of this back piece here. So I've used one sheet of this paper. I couldn't get the circle out of the green because it was a bit too close for comfort, but I used a scrap, the same with this one here. I've used the beautiful sentiment and die from that same sentiments set, and I used the green faux glass stones here in this colour here. I also used the beautiful, excuse me, the beautiful, what's it called? Soft sea foam seam binding ribbon. Now this comes with one of the Sweet collections. I think it's in the mini catalogue, and it's just a beautiful colour. And then I just added some of the Orchid Oasis in the baker's twine just to tie those two colours together. Sometimes I find it a bit tricky. This to me is not my usual style. Too many colours for me. But yeah, this is a quick one, and this was a little bit more into it. This is also this is propped up on Stampin' Dimensionals. The top half of this is propped up on Stampin' Dimensionals, and the bottom half is just glued straight down. So there's a dimensional under there, and I think over there. And then this half has been glued straight down. This has got also dimensionals underneath it. It's got a fair bit of dimension to it, this card. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, this is your more fiddly card. This one didn't take quite as much involved. But yeah, 31st of August is when these freebies will be gone, unless they run out of stock before then. But all I've done is just add some plain cardstock. That is Pear Pizzazz, this green. I've used Pear Pizzazz there. This is Melon Mumbo. And I think that's a nice little pair of cards. One not so stepped up, one more so stepped up. So yeah, try and have a go at just stretching your supplies. See what goes with those. These two colours are in this flower. They're in the background. So that's why I chose those. And well, this one I had the pink rose from the cutouts. So yeah, I'm not a lover of pink, but I like this one. Okay, anyway, that's it for today. Luckily I got through that, and I hope you have a go at that. So yeah, have a great one, and thank you so much for your time.